Hey yogis, welcome to day 17 of the Yoga Flexibility Challenge. Today is Yogi's Choice. So what this means is I will give you a few postures throughout today's class and some variations that you can take, and you can choose which variations you'd like to do. I will not be saying if it's intermediate or advanced or beginner, because I don't want you to pigeonhole yourself into a category. You can play around with the variations and figure out which one is best for you, or if you already know, you can just go into that posture. And lastly, I just want to comment that with any practice, you always have the autonomy to do whatever you want in the practice, and this goes for wherever you are. If you're at home or if you're in the studio, yeah, so these are just some variations that you can take with you throughout your practice if you happen to really like them. Alright, so we are going to get started just doing a little bit of a warm-up first. So if you're seated cross-legged, hands on the knees, and just bring your shoulders up and quick drop down. So let's do a few rounds of this. Shoulders up and drop down. Shoulders up and drop down. One more round. Shoulders up and drop down. Just take a few rolls of the shoulders back. And when you're ready, we're going to draw circles with the head. You can close your eyes for this, make it slower. I will let you know when to go in the other direction, so don't worry about that. Alright, switch to the other direction. Great job. Slowly make your head straight again and come to a tabletop position. Let's just take a second here to warm up the wrists and the joints. So move back and forth. Move side to side. Great, now come to a still position. Spread your fingers out wide. You're going to tuck your toes. So this is the first pose that we're going to be working with, and that is lifting your knees up slightly. So holding it like this. So that is the original pose. If you'd like to do that one, you can go there. Otherwise, some other variations are holding in your tabletop and really tucking in the navel so that you're still getting that engagement of the abs. And then the other variation is to alternate lifting one leg out and take it to the other side. You can also slightly lift one leg up and take it to the other side, so you'd be doing that on your own time, switching sides. So yeah, so figure out where you're gonna go with this pose and meet me there. We're just gonna hold it for a few breaths. Really concentrating on developing the core muscles here and the quad muscles on the legs. One more breath. and make your way up to a downward dog. You can pedal it out here. Just take a second. Come to a still position, driving your heels down to the mat, bringing your chest to the top of the legs. And now we're going to walk our feet and hands to the middle, coming into a quick forward fold. Just for a second here. Now here comes the second Yogi's Choice pose. So the original will be going from a forward fold to a deep squat. Forward fold, deep squat. So that is choice one. Choice two is forward fold to a deep squat with your arms up. So I'll do it again. Forward fold, deep squat, arms up. And the third choice here is forward fold and half of a deep squat, so not fully going all the way down. One more time. All right, so figure out which variation you prefer and meet me there. And we're going to start. We'll do 4 rounds. So forward fold, deep squat, forward fold, exhale, deep squat, inhale, forward fold, exhale, deep squat. One more, inhale, forward fold, and exhale, deep squat. So hopefully you're feeling a lot of build up in the legs. Plant your hands down. We're going to take a seat. This is for our last variation pose, Yogi's Choice pose of the day. So it is cow face pose. So take your right foot, cross it over. This may take a second, but you'll make it. So the goal is to be able to line the knees up together, but it's a very hard pose to do that. Try your best. So the original pose, we're just gonna hold it like this and really pull your feet close to your body. So this is the original pose. The other variation of the pose is walking your hands forward and folding down. So that's the other variation. And the third variation is slightly uncrossing and just coming into kind of a double pigeon situation where your right ankle is on the left knee and you're using your right hand to pull your knee down. So that's the third variation. So figure out what variation you'd like and meet me there. We'll just be here for a few breaths. You can close your eyes down. Slowly, slowly winding the practice down. One last breath here. And uncross the legs. Let's just take a second, bring both feet out in front of you and windshield wiper the knees. And we'll take the other side. So cross your left leg over. And I'll just quickly show you the variations again in case you forgot. So this is the first variation, just using your hands, pulling your feet close to your body. The second variation is walking your hands forward and folding over. And the third variation is to cross your left ankle over your right knee and use your left hand to pull your and using your left hand to push your left knee down. So figure out what works best for you on this side. With side work, your poses could look a little bit different on each side, and that's totally normal, especially with poses involving the hip. One hip is always tighter than the other, so just keep that in mind. And we'll be here for a few breaths. One more breath here. And start to uncross the legs and come into a seated cross-legged position to close out the practice. Or you can come into any seated position or Shavasana if you'd like. Hands to the knees, just closing down the eyes, thinking about those 3 postures today and how they made you feel and what variations you took. Let's seal the practice with a cleansing breath. So inhaling through the nose and exhale, sigh it out the mouth. Rub your palms together, generating that heat. Hover your palms over your eyes. Om, peace, peace, peace. Bring your palms together, thumb over third eye. Together we bow, namaste. Thank you all for joining day 17 of the Yoga Flexibility Challenge. We're more than halfway there, so if you've been following the challenge, you're doing a great job. And even if you're not, hopefully you learned something from today's class, or hopefully you just felt good doing your practice today. Thanks so much again, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.